Hey everyone. So I'm gonna try to make this video kind of quick because I am here sitting at work and don't want people to interrupt. But if I'm in the middle speaking something very, just something, if I'm at the climax or at the peak of the conversation, or me explaining, then I may edit it a little bit and then come back. But anyway, so real quick. First, I want to say thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate you. And I do see, my subscribers creep up in its count. But I don't ever get the notification who subscribed. So I just said to myself, I'm just going to say thank you every time I get on because I really can't see who subscribed. Usually you'll get a notification on who subscribed to your channel. But anyway, if you subscribe, thank you. And thank you for watching. So today I want to come on here because yesterday I was really thinking, and I get a lot of downloads. I get a lot. And I'm doing a better job at getting these downloads out. Like sometimes I might type it out, put it on my Instagram, put it on my Facebook page, and talk about it here on YouTube. So what came to my mind yesterday, I had Spirit had gave me like this little thing about the shadow. There is a trend going around. I don't know if it's still trending now, but I'm not on TikTok like that or anything. I'm probably gonna get on there, but anyway, about the shadow. And now people are talking about getting into your dark feminine energy and getting into your getting into your dark side, embracing your dark side, right? And some people get this misconstrued. First people made a trend about diving deep within your shadow. Okay. And I made probably like 2 or 3 videos about how to implement your shadow. What does the shadow mean? And how I talked in quick little synopsis of what the shadow is. And the shadow of yourself is the hidden parts of, it could be wounds. It can be that unhealed inner child. It can also be what we hide, okay? That wants to embrace itself, that wants to get out. And usually when we suppress our shadow from being who it wants to be, and I'm not saying, sometimes our shadow can be very chaotic, depending on what has happened to us in our life, in our childhood and stuff. And that's how the shadow gets created over time. So when the shadow hasn't, when you haven't tamed your shadow or come into cahoots with it, or I think that's the right word, or come into agreement with it, and teaching it some how to implement itself so it can release, so it can be this person that's powerful in a great way, a good way for your benefit of you and others. I lost my train of thought. When your shadow is untamed, right? When you're not taking care of it, when you're not in agreement with it, when you're just letting it fly off the handle. For example, if you're a type of person that just rage for no reason, or you get mad or snap off or pop off, or because you cannot control your anger, something down the line in your childhood, maybe you was left out, or maybe you was made fun of, or maybe somebody fought you and you didn't win, and that is still within your shadow. And the reason why you don't know where it's coming from, and people are like, wow, you need to calm down, you have anger issues and stuff, and you don't know why people keep telling you to calm down, or they don't want to be your friend no more, or they don't want to be around you because you have this anger issue, or you pop off, you want to fight everybody that you think have a problem with you or out to get you. You just when you don't tame that, it don't benefit you. And it don't make you powerful. It doesn't make you stronger. It doesn't make you a bad bee, or it doesn't make you a cool dude or that popular person or whatever, when you're allowing yourself to constantly ruin other people's lives or fight everybody, or you think they're out to get you because they may have slipped up and was a little bit of rude or got an attitude with you, and now you're popping off. No, that's not how you do it. That's not how you do it. Because I mentioned, this all goes down to embracing your darkness. It's not all about being sexy. It's not all about being seducing. It's not all about being just being dark. You know, if that is your personality, if you like being dark, if you like the skulls, if you like the gothic look, if you like the seducing, you know, people made this trend about the girl off of Euphoria. If you've seen that show, Euphoria on HBO, the girl on there, I forgot her name. She had, comment below if you know her name in the show. She has the black hair, and I think she's Hispanic in the show or something. And she talks like, wow, that is so stupid. Like, she talks like that. I know y'all know who I'm talking about, but people made this little, put her picture on everything, dark feminine energy, blah, 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 blah. Yes, being seducing is one of them, but knowing how to implement seducing tactics to get the things that you want that will benefit you, not in a way that is hurting humanity or hurting yourself or hurting anybody. Seducing tactics, this is how you implement your dark side. This is how you embrace your darkness. And it's like I said, it's not about being a bitch. It's not about being some hood or ratchet, or I'm a bad bee, or I'm this. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It's not about that. It's not about how naked you can look, how many females you have on your arm. It is not about that. It's not all about that. It's a little bit of aspect of it, because yes, in your darkness, you could have the sexiness and all that stuff, and the seducing, you want to be all sexy. That could be it within your shadow. But this is how you implement it. Embracing your darkness is about being true, being who you truly are, being what you are afraid of being. For example, I knew someone who was very insecure. Every time we'll go out in public, this person will put their hood on. Every time we would go out in public, I knew this person was insecure themselves. And this person they had this dark aesthetic about them, but they didn't allow their darkness, what was hidden in the shadows, to come about. Meaning, allowing what you wanted to, what you're pulling, what you always wanted to be, which is confidence in yourself. That is within your darkness. That is you embracing your dark side, because the confidence is of what you want to be is within the light, but the lack of confidence is within the dark. So if you cannot shine the light on the lack of confidence and pull that from the root and allow yourself to be confident in yourself, that is embracing, and I think I'm saying this right, that is embracing your darkness. Being who you are afraid of being, walking with your head held high, not caring, not overthinking, oh my gosh, I think they're judging me, I think they're looking at me in certain ways, blah 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 blah. Also, embracing your darkness is about, somebody's about to come in, but embracing your darkness, for another example, is your self-worth. I know, like, a lot of females will they think it's all right, and let's go back to popping off on people. They think it's cool of making fun of everybody and going off on people and blah blah blah. No, here's one example. Fighting over a dude. Within your darkness is what you lack of. You lack rejection. You deal with rejection and abandonment. This is the reason why. Hold on, y'all. I'll be back. Hey, it's me again. Okay, so back to where I left off in the last video. So I had to rewatch it again because I'm like, I was trying to make the second part of the video, and I was like, I kept remaking. I made like 3 little videos, and I'm like, let me just watch the video previously because I don't remember. So anyway, where I left off was a woman fighting over a man, right? And I said within her darkness, she lacks. You can have 2 things within your darkness. You can have the power, and you can have, well, actually, okay, listen. So, just came to me. It just jumped into my mind, okay? Within your darkness, the shadow, if it's not tamed, uses the power. Because remember, your darkness is what, the unknown is what you do not realize about yourself, about the world, but we're talking about you, right? In the darkness, in the unknown, people say, oh, don't be afraid to go into the unknown, take risk, blah, blah, blah. That is within your darkness. Your power lies within your darkness. And if your shadow is untamed, because the darkness, right? The darkness is not controlled until a light is shined on it. That is the only time. So you don't know what goes on in the dark, right? Okay. So for a woman fighting over a man, it doesn't make sense, right? It doesn't make sense for a woman to fight over a man. Reason why? Because she may be dealing with, within her darkness, rejection, abandonment. She may have daddy issues. Her father left her, things like that. And it could be other things, codependency, whatever, right? Anybody can have this. It could be man too. I'm not just going to females, but this is what just popped up in my mind. Okay? So, in the darkness, she's using the power. She's the power of control. So she fights the woman for a man that don't value her, don't care about her, whatever. So if that's the case, it's using the power for her benefit, because fighting over a man that don't care about you, in the end, nothing's benefiting you. The act of fighting over someone, the laughter, the humiliation you will receive the opposite end of the spectrum. You will not benefit from that situation. You will looked at as a crazy person. You will be looked at as somebody who's like, don't value herself. He can control you now. You get what I'm saying? So to use that power that you have within your darkness, what you will do is alchemize that rejection and abandonment and work on that. See how to uproot it, see how to heal it, see how to use coping mechanisms to heal this, right? So, and grow from it. So what you will do, one of the factors she could do during her growth journey, she can pull this out of her darkness, is being like, you know what? I'ma level up. You know what? I'ma get another man. You know what? I'm too good for this bullshit, because he's doing that because he feel like he can. And I can too. Instead of being stuck on someone that limiting your own mind, you're limiting yourself. You don't realize that the whole world is filled with men. You stay stuck on one person who is now your God. You are stuck on one person who is now your God. Because what do dictators do? What do controlling people do? What do? They get flying monkeys, what they call it in a narcissist vocabulary dictionary. They get flying monkeys, they get minions, they get people to back them up. Think of a person in the mob. And that just came to my mind. Think of a person in the mob. Gangsters, all these people, right? They are leaders. They are leaders. They have goons and people fighting for them, doing what they say. You fought for a man who is now your mob leader, who is now has you, has her, has him, if he's, bisexual or whatever. It has you and has other females that will literally bow down and go to war for him and do whatever he say. Think of that. Y'all have to get into this is how you embrace your darkness in the right way that's going to benefit you and everybody around you. Now, once you realize your self-worth, this is what happened. You level up and you can attract anything that you desire. Any man, anybody, you got multiple. I don't know. Do you? Get goddess treatment. You know what I mean? No, I'm just going to stop. But this is how it's not about the sexiness, y'all. It's not all about that, because you can have the sexiness but not the freaking brains. You can have the sexiness and the seducing tactics but don't know how to seduce in the way that can get you properly what you want. Because if you take it, remember the opposite end of the spectrum, you take something. If you just take something without using strategic methods that will benefit you and the people around you, if you take it because of control, of power, of hate, of greed, this is what you will receive back in return. Somebody or something else will come in and swoop down and use the same tactics that you use, and now it don't feel good to you. Because at the end of the day, us human beings, we're not meant to feel pain. We're not meant to be in this turmoil and all this stuff like that. That is not high vibrational. That is really dense and really low vibrational. So yes, it constantly goes back and forth. You take that, something else has to come back and take what you was not for you, but you took it from another. And now you reap the repetition and nobody's benefited. Do you get what I'm saying? This is how you use your darkness. This is how you embrace your darkness. For my people who are gifted and talented in things, and whatever, singing, it could be anything. If you are gifted and talented, creative, you may have a womb of self-doubt, because maybe something happened in your past where you may have had a parent that disregarded all the accomplishments you have gained in your life, in your childhood, and they never clapped for you. They just looked down on you and say you got to do better than that. You came home with a B. You were so proud of yourself because that class was so hard. You got a B. Your parent is saying that's not good enough. You need to get an A+. You did not pass in my eyes. So in that I like you a little less. Until you get an A+, I'm gonna like you a little bit more. So now when you get older, that self-doubt of okay, my parents didn't value respect the I was proud of myself. I was proud of my accomplishments, but my parents wasn't. The first people that I've seen face to face in this world undermined me, underestimated me when I could see myself. And now when you get older, since the first people that gave birth to you discredit you that carries on. So within that darkness, that's what lies. But this is how you grow from that. You shine the light on it, and then you say, hey, we gonna tame this. We gonna tame this. Every time you do something Inspire Soul, or every time you do something Monica, every time you do something Jacob, every time you do something Ashley, every time you do something Tierra, every time you do something Jacob, every time you do something, I think I said Jacob, every time you do something London, Leah, every time you do something, I am going to reward you. Hey, let's go get something from the mall. Let's go celebrate this accomplishment. Oh, you made a little bit more on your check. You worked hard. Let's go have a get together. Whatever. That is how you do it. That is you doing it for yourself. That is your power. Once you continue to do that, ain't nobody can discredit you. Even criticism won't be so hard for you. Do you get what I'm saying? Do you get it? All right, y'all. So I'm finna go. So don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and thank you again. Y'all have a great day, great night, wherever you are. Bye.